right in. For decades, our industry has looked at solar as just an appliance, something you bolt on to the only space you have, the roof. This slide right here, it captures the huge paradigm shift we're talking about. The old assumption on the left, that's a dead end for dense, vertical cities. The new reality on the right, well, that's where we're going. We're talking about transforming the entire building envelope into an asset that generates power.
And this leads us to the fundamental design challenge that we're all facing, right? As our cities get taller and denser, that old rooftop model, it just doesn't scale. It can't keep up. So this is the big question this whole briefing is going to answer, and we'll give you a new toolkit to solve it.
Okay, so here's our blueprint for today. First, we're going to deconstruct the old model. Then, we'll introduce the key technologies that make all this possible. After that, we'll get into the exciting concept of the active building envelope, analyze the real return on investment, and then we'll wrap up with a practical playbook for how to actually get this done.
So let's kick off with Section 1, Rethinking Urban Solar. Before we can build this new blueprint, we first have to really understand why the old one is basically obsolete for the kinds of high-density places we're building today.
Here's the established truth in our industry. Conventional solar panels, the heavy, rigid, fragile ones, they are simply the wrong tool for this job. They were designed for sprawling suburban rooftops, not for the dynamic, vertical faces of a skyscraper or a modern apartment building. Their weight, their bulk, their structural needs, it all makes them totally impractical and way too expensive for integrating into a facade.
Which brings us to Section 2, and this is where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about the new architectural toolkit. What's so exciting is that two key innovations have come together at the perfect time to make vertical solar not just possible, but actually practical and, dare I say, elegant.
Now, for any architect or engineer out there, these numbers on this slide are an absolute game changer. Flexible thin film PV is up to 80% lighter. Look at that. We're talking just 2 to 4 kilos per square meter versus 11 to 13 for the old stuff. This completely eliminates the need for all that heavy, expensive structural reinforcement. And the form factor? It can bend to a 25-centimeter radius. It lets us seamlessly wrap it around curved facades and other non-traditional surfaces. So here's the crucial mind shift. We have to stop thinking of this as a panel. A much better way to think of it is as a solar sticker. Or, more professionally, a high-performance architectural finish. It's a building material that happens to produce energy, one that you can specify and integrate just like you would with cladding or glazing.
The second key enabler is intelligence. See, traditional systems use a central string inverter. The problem is, if just one panel gets shaded, which is a guarantee in a dense urban canyon, the output of the entire system tanks. It's the classic Christmas light problem, right? One bulb goes out, the whole string dies. Microinverters solve this by giving each and every panel its own little brain. Each one operates independently, maximizing its own output even when there's partial moving shade. For building facades, this isn't a luxury, it's an absolute necessity.
Okay, on to Section 3. Now that we have these new tools in our hands, we can finally unveil the new blueprint, the active building envelope. This is where the building itself becomes the power plant. We are no longer confined to the roof. As this diagram shows so well, suddenly every sun-facing surface, from the facade cladding and the balcony railings to the awnings, and even the windows themselves, becomes a potential spot for generating power. This is a truly holistic, integrated approach to energy design. And what this does is it gives designers a brand new palette to work with. These are no longer just aesthetic choices. They are productive assets with real, measurable power potential. A standard balcony railing can generate up to 300 watts. Facade cladding can add 150 watts for every square meter. These are meaningful numbers that really stack up when you apply them across an entire project. Which, of course, brings us to the numbers that really matter to developers. Section 4, the BIPV value stack. We have to analyze the holistic return on investment here, because trust me, it goes way, way beyond just saving a few bucks on the monthly electricity bill. First, just look at the upfront capital expenditure. This chart is pretty startling. A small-scale but high-impact balcony system has an entry cost that is anywhere from 5 to 10 times lower than a traditional whole-house rooftop system. This makes distributed energy generation accessible on a per-apartment basis, which completely changes the economics of a project. And this slide really visualizes how that true ROI is actually a stack of different value streams. Yeah, of course there's the direct bill reduction. That's the foundation. But on top of that, we have to layer in all these other financial benefits that frankly are too often overlooked. And here is the hidden gem for anyone who manages operational expenses. A BIPV facade acts like a second skin on the building, absorbing solar radiation before it can even hit the exterior wall. This creates a powerful thermal insulation effect that can slash the building's cooling load by 15 to 30%. That's a direct, massive saving on HVAC costs year after year after year.
So let's bring it all home with our final section, implementation and future outlook. This is the practical developer's playbook for putting this technology to work today, plus a little peek at what's just over the horizon.
Putting this into practice follows a very clear 5-step process. This isn't some wild experiment, it's a defined project management path. You go from assessment and regulatory checks right through to commissioning and monitoring. It's a structured, repeatable process that can be integrated directly into your existing construction or retrofitting workflows. And finally, we have to design for what's coming next. This technology is on a really steep improvement curve. In just a few years, printable perovskite cells will slash costs. Transparent solar glass will become a standard building material. And with battery costs having already plunged an incredible 89% in the last decade, the path to energy-independent buildings is crystal clear. We have to be designing for this future right now. So, if you take just one single idea away from this entire briefing, let it be this. The building envelope is no longer just a passive barrier against the weather. With these new technologies, it becomes an active, intelligent, power-generating asset. This is not some speculative future. It's a new set of tools that is available to you right now. The materials are ready. The blueprint is clear. So the only question left is, as designers, as architects, and as developers, what will you design with it?